Hi everyone, my name is Grace Abigail D. Malhe, and I am here to present to you about the two topics which is production elements and buying television time. So first, let me identify to you what is production element. It is a kind of sound effect and sometimes called imaging elements. It can be used as either background audio or as audio punctuation marks to enhance a message. So as you can see in our presentation, we have classification of production element sound effects library. We have accents, alarms and beeps, attacks and sustains, beds, bumpers, dissolved jaws, enhancers, fanfares, and so on. So we have some words here that are quite familiar with us kasi we can see it or we can use it sa ringtone like that, and also sa mga madadaling editing application, yung mga video application natin. So I also have an example of video that I got from YouTube. So kindly listen to it listen and watch for you to be familiar with production elements. So that is for our first topic. Now let us proceed to our second topic, which is all about buying television time. So we have here the basics of media buying. So we have an example here in our presentation about buying TV inventory. So three things that we should remember about buying television time. We have remnant. In the remnant market, advertisers buy spots from TV station the week before airing, but purchases can sometimes be made the same week. Non-preemptible buys are less flexible and have to be purchased 1 quarter before airing. Lastly is upfronts. Upfronts are the least flexible type of buys because advertisers have to commit to them in the spring, 6 to 12 months before airing, but also the most expensive and allows the advertisers to purchase specific products and offered a guaranteed expressions. So we also have here the types of TV inventory. We have national and local. So national cable networks, we have here some examples. These are CNN and National Geographic. On the local, we have multiple system operators. The examples are Spectrum and Time Warner. We also have the national broadcast networks. These are ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, and the CW. We also have local networks such as ABC affiliate. National cable consists of cable networks that air nationally, like CNN, National Geographic, while local cable denotes insertions on national cable networks by regional MSOs, Comcast insertion on CNN. These types of inventory are part of the linear TV market in which the program and ads are simulcast to everybody. While digital platforms already use automation and real-time bidding to buy and sell online ads, also known as programmatic advertising, the TV industry is slow to adapt to this process. TV media buys are still sold over phone and email. This breaks with the current way of purchasing inventory, in which TV advertisers are often obliged to make 6 to 12-month commitments in advance. The TV industry will eventually need to embrace programmatic, and when that happens, one should expect fundamental changes in
Bago
media
natin
buying.
alamin kung ano nga ba ang newspaper advertising, ano muna ang advertising media? Advertising media are the various mass media or alternative media channels where businesses can promote their products, services, or brands. Also, advertising media can be used to spread messages to specific markets or potential audiences for businesses or organization. Since it's impossible for every customer na malaman ang bawat brand's offerings, knowing which advertising media channels ang magiging kapaki-pakinabang for your company, and it can be crucial in getting ahead sa mga competitors nyo. So ano ba ang newspaper advertising? It is a print medium such as newspapers are one of the oldest media channels for advertiser. In fact, newspaper advertisement predate brands. So it is one of the earliest and most popular ways to advertise various products, services, and brands. Newspaper advertising is still maraming potential for businesses na i-advertise ang kanilang brands, and also people in this era ng digitalization ay gusto pa din magbasa ng mga newspaper. So, merong pros and cons ang newspaper advertising. So, mag-start man tayo sa pros. For example, newspapers are a great way to reach older demographics that may be less receptive to digital advertisement. Newspaper audiences also tend to be educated and higher earners. Similar siya sa radio advertising. A newspaper, when combined with other advertising channels, can make your marketing efforts more profitable. Sa cons naman po ng newspaper advertising, often have editorial guidelines to minimize intrusive ads, which can compromise branding efforts. Additionally, it is difficult to measure the efficacy of newspaper advertisement, especially when compared to digital mediums. Many newspapers are also moving to digital. However, many of these advertisements are banner ads, which are not always effective in grabbing an audience's attention. So, meron po tayong 3 types of newspaper advertising. So, yung first is yung text classified advertisement. These are an economical way to go about newspaper advertisement. It just has a text and appears in the classified section of the newspaper. These sorts of ads are usually ripe for some job openings, matrimony, name change, lost and found, and more. So these ads are the simplest way to advertise. Such an advertisement consists of a text of characters with or without enhancement text. And classified advertisement are also great for businesses that want to keep their advertising budget low. So, the second one is classified display advertisement. So, these are slightly different from the text classified ads. As the name suggests, they have an image that comes in the ad to make it more appealing. So, this type of displaying ads are usually taken up by small brands that want to showcase their product and services in a presentable manner to the local audiences. They can appear both in print and digital version. The last one is displaying newspaper advertisement. There is no denial for the fact that display ads can take a business advertisement standards to a higher level. Though these ads are expensive but are often bought by big brands for better brand recall and conversions. So these ads are enormous and can capture an entire page of a newspaper. It is also known as box ads. So display newspaper ads are probably the common types of newspaper ads. They are dedicated chunks or boxes of a newspaper page running from 1 to 8 of a page to a full page. And everyday product like cosmetics, electronics, and home goods are often found in this.
Good morning everyone, my name is Angaloria from Marketing, and today I'm going to report the rate structure per newspaper and advertising. A rate card is a document provided by a newspaper or other print publication featuring the organization's rate for advertising. It may also detail any deadlines, demographics, policies, and additional fees, and yung mga artwork na kinakailangan sa requirements. Kung mas maliit ang publikasyon, mas kaunting impormasyon ang maaring makuha sa rate card. And some larger newspaper may have a card na para sa isang uri ng particular na advertisement. Maaari din nating paghiwa-hiwalayin ang kanilang mga rate ayon sa classified ad, retail ad, at kahit na national ad rate. Tinutulungan din tayo ng mga rate card ang retailer na maunawaan kung anong uri nga ba ng lakiang ad, discount at iba pang pag-advertise or inaalok ng publikasyon. And when you're going to choose a newspaper or print media, you can use rate cards to compare and rates based on circulation before you buy advertising space. And on most rate cards, the organization will show its coverage area, demographics, and circulation. Some publication also list their readership. Circulation is the number of newspaper, magazines that are printed, distributed each day. Readership reflects the actual number of people who read those newspapers. Since many copies of these materials never get sold or read, the trick is to look at both. And hindi tulad ng mga digital na publikasyon, talagang walang paraan kung ang mamabasa ay tumitingin nga ba sa pahina kung saan matatagpuan ang iyong ad. Also, a publisher offer an open rate without discounts, and this is the rate that you would be charged for running a single one-time advertisement. Ito rin ay tumutukoy bilang isang non-contract rate. For example, kung gusto mo or sumasang-ayon kang maglagay ng 300 inch of advertising in the newspaper within the next year, ang iyong per inch na rate ay mas magiging mababa kaysa sa kung nagpapatakbo ka ng isang ad sa isang taong yon.
Good day everyone, I am Mariam Tricia Bigandaton and today I will be discussing about magazine advertising and its elements. First, what is magazine advertising? The advertisements that readers encounter through magazines are known as magazine advertising. A number of things affect the launch or continuation of a magazine, but one of the most crucial is advertising. A magazine's ad sales can make or break it, and almost all magazines rely on the money its advertisers bring in to continue in business. One of the most effective marketing strategies is magazine advertising, and an advertisement published in a magazine can significantly increase sales. When creating an advertising for a magazine, a marketing and design team can adopt a number of different strategies. The following are few of the most typical magazine advertisements formats. The first one is classified ads. One of the most cost-effective ways to advertise in magazines, newspaper, and other media is through classified pages. A single page frequently contains several classified ads. Each classified ad will start with a brief description of the goods or services being offered before providing a contact details. Small graphics, logos, or other types of imagery might also be included in some instances. The second one is display ads. Compared to other forms of advertising, display ads are less tech-savvy and rely more on large, interesting images and content. These advertisements are intended to draw readers' attention as they live through the magazine and give them time to briefly absorb the content before moving on. They employ a similar approach to other brief, heavily visual ad formats, such as flyers and billboards. Lastly, advertorials. Advertorials are advertisements that also function as engaging magazine content. This kind of advertisement, which typically occupies at least a page, should convey a compelling tale or provide compelling facts that readers want to learn more about. A crucial component of advertorials is strong writing that blends in with the rest of the publication. Additionally, engaging graphics and design can lure readers in. What makes a magazine a magazine? Kumparay natin yung new and old model of the magazine, may kita natin na they have a lot in common. Ito yung tinatawag natin na elements. The elements of the magazine are the following. Yung first one is a cover page, which contains only the monthly model or topic that the magazine has chosen for that month. Second one is yung front of book content such as editorials, letters to the editor, news, quick hit trends, and publisher-focused materials. The feature well, usually 2 to 5 lengthy articles lang siya and more artistically written and have more in-depth reporting. Last one is the back of the book, which contains the content of the readers to engage, such as puzzles or quizzes, as well as the product-focused materials such as reviews. Thank you very much.
Everyone, I am here to tackle about ways of using magazine space. Number 1. Vertical edition. Vertical edition are the digital edition for modern magazine publishing. A digital edition may represent the digital version of a print layout magazine or may be an exclusively digital magazine. The first one is page vertical. This is a type of layout that in vertical position. Sinasabi na ito yung madalas gamitin for modern magazine. Yung digital edition nito may represent the digital version of a print layout. Number 2, page horizontal. It was a landscape type of magazine where the description are written horizontally. Horizontal, kabaliktaran naman ng vertical, which is pahiga or vertical from the word itself. Usually, maganda itong gamitin dahil dire-diretso lang siya, but may mga disadvantages to, lalo na sa mga tinatamad magbasa. Number 3 will be island position. Island position is an advertising position in newspapers, magazines, or website that is completely surrounded by the main contents of that platform, with no advertisement near that position to compete for audience attention. Position. This layout for me was the best because nasa center siya, and according to what I have searched, it is a higher value than the other layouts kasi naka-center nga siya. So, pansin siya, and advantages nito is walang other ads na mag-a-add since nasa pinakagitna siya, so the customer will stick their eyes on the advertisement. For junior page, space designation for magazine advertisements, so named because the space is the standard size of a page in a small magazine. 4/3/8 inch by 6.5 inch, also called junior unit. Junior page, from the layout name itself, junior, dahil maliit lang consume nito. For me, it was attractive to the eyes of the customer since aga attention yung pagkakalagay niya sa iisang side, so they will basically read the ads. Page double spread, magazine advertisement or a photo layout that is positioned on either the lower half or the upper half of two facing pages. Half page double spread. Yung cast nito is same as other layouts, but marami rin ang may gusto nito when more copy readily lends itself to the format. 6. Checkerboard. Layout designs involves using one grid or a group of grids depending on what needs to be achieved. Believe it or not, grids also exist to help you break the rules. Checkerboard, yung rate raw nito is sold at half-page rate, but the ad design is in 2/4 page or 4/8 page according to what I have searched. I know we all know the checkerboard from the chess, so that what is look like. It was catchy because of its appearance, so basically many customer will be interested to read about it. 7. Two outside half pages magazine. The ads description are on the outside half of the magazines, and the picture of the product will be at the center. 2 outside half pages magazine. This type of layout sa magazine are the one who was a bit unique. So, it was catchy sa mga viewers ng isang magazine. Plus, it was pleasant sa mga mata. Yung description are to the both outside part, and the product will be at the center, which emphasize the product more. The last one will be gatefold. A gatefold is a printed sheet that is made of 4 panels and is commonly placed within publications as a means of increasing overall printing space. Gatefold, it was a great layout since marami kang malalagay na description and such sa isang magazine patungkol sa product na you will advertise. It was also a unique one and amazing, so the customer will be encouraged to read carefully the details of your product.
Hello everyone, I am Rich Lowe and De Los Santos, and I will discuss the parts of print advertising. Pero bago natin talakayin yon, ano nga ba ang print advertising? Print advertising means advertisements that are printed in hard copy in publication, like example, newspapers, magazines, and journals, likely to be read by your target audience. Headline, the most important display element, works with the visual to get attention and communicate the creative concept. Yung headline po is ito yung mga pangunahing balita na kadalasang matatagpuan o makikita mo sa itaas ng isang article, news, o ng isang magazine. And next is types of headline. The types of headline is the direct action headline and indirect action headline. The types of direct action headlines. First, assertion. An assertion is used to state a claim or a promise that will motivate someone to try the product. You can use the visual evidence such as photograph, chart, diagram, or video clip. For command, it's a type of direct action headlines that command headline politely tells the reader to do something. It usually starts with a strong action verb. One of the example is the tagline of Nike store, which is just do it. For the how-to statement, it's a type of direct action headlines that people are rewarded for investigating a product when the message tells them how to use it or how to solve a problem. And last, the news announcement. It's a type of direction action headlines that news headlines obviously are used in a new product introductions, but also with changes, reformation, new styles, and new uses. They announce that something new has happened. The news value is thought to motivate people to try the product. You normally see in this TV news report or in papers. And next is indirect action headlines. There are two types of indirect action headlines. First is puzzles, which uses strictly for their provocative power, puzzling statements, and questions required to the reader to examine the body copy to get the answer or explanation. The intention to pull reader into the body copy. The example, hanging onto your 10-year-old car. Here's what you're missing. While association, these headlines use image and lifestyle cue and ambiguity to get attention and build interest. Example, build wealth like Donald Trump. 10 ways to manipulate the system in your favor. Illustration, visual part of the advertisement, puts the word into pictures. Yung illustration is a decoration, interpretation, or visual explanation of a text, concept, or process designed for integration in print and digital published media. And next, body copy, text of the ad. It develops the sales message, state of the argument, summarize the proof and explanation. Speak to the target audience in an appropriate language style. Magazine article. Layout is sum of the art director's equivalent of a blueprint. A communication tool that translates the visual concept for others so that the idea can be discussed and revised before money is spent on production. Types of layout. Picture window. Single dominant visual that occupies about 60 to 70% of the area. Underneath, it is a headline and a copy block. The logo or signature sign of the message at the bottom. Yung picture window daw is a vertical layout style na may lalarawan sa pamamagitan ng large picture at the top with a headline and body copy below. It is a modern techniques of making designs. It gives a feel of modern fulfillment in contrast with traditional layouts. Sinasuggest rin nila na ito yung gamitin mo kapag kailangan mo magdagdag ng element of modernity. Next is panel or grid. A layout that uses a number of visual of matched proportional sizes. Dito naman, sa panel, if there are multiple panels all of the sample size, maaring magmukhang window panel or comic strip panel yung isang layout. Dominant type or all copy. Emphasize the type rather than the art of even an all copy advertisement in which where the headline is treated as a type art. Dito naman sa dominant type or all copy, ito yung all copy advertisement na kung saan ang headline ay tinuturing as a type art. And next is circus, a layout that combines a lot of elements, art, type, color to deliberately create a busy jump image. Ito ay tumutukoy sa irregular composition of elements since circus a layout that combines a lot of elements such as art, type, and color. Very powerful layout si circus. When you as a designer na gusto mo express yung feelings of crowd group business, regularity, etc. And napakaganda rin ito para sa mga magazine ng school, exhibition, entertainment, and etc. And next is non-linear. A contemporary style of layout characterized the early days of Wired that can be read starting at any point in the image. This style of ad work for young people. And last, grunge, a style of layout that reflects what is presumed to be Generation X inspired lack of concern for the formalities of art, design, and legibility. Ito yung style of layout na nagpapakita what is presumed to be Generation X inspired lack of concern for the formalities of art, design, type styles, and legibility.
Let us now discuss the copywriter's terminology. First, what are copywriters? Copywriters are responsible for the linguistic content of adverts. They work across a range of media and formats, interpreting account briefs to compose advertorial content such as slogans, catchphrases, tweets, and scripts for TV and/or radio adverts. Now, let's discuss some of copywriters' terminology. A/B split testing. Writing two versions of an advertisement, headline, web page, etc. to ascertain which is most effective. It is a method of comparing two versions of a web page or app against each other to determine which one performs better. Next is anchor text, the text within a hyperlink. It is the visible, clickable text of a link. It usually appears in different color, usually blue, than the surrounding text and is often underlined. AIDCA, a marketing system commonly used in direct response copywriting. Acronym for attention or awareness, interest, desire, conviction, and action. It is a mental state which supposedly lead a potential customer to a buying decision. B2B or business to business. One business is marketing to another business. Manufacturing materials, clothing, car parts, and semiconductors are B2B examples. These materials are a part of transactions between two businesses. B2C, or business to consumer. A business model where products and services are sold directly to the consumer. This stands in contrast to business or B2B, or companies whose primary clients are other businesses. B2C companies operate on the internet and sell products to the customers online. For example, Amazon, Meta or formerly Facebook, and Walmart. Brochures are multi-page documents which provide information about a company, products, or service. A brochure is an informative paper document often also used for advertising that can be folded into a template, pamphlet, or leaflet. One of the best examples is Avon brochure. Next is banner adverts. It refers to the use of rectangular graphic display that stretches across the top, bottom, or sides of a website or online media property. A banner ad is a common display that uses images to grab attention, market your brand, and drive traffic to your website. CMS or Content Management System. A content management system is for creating, managing, and optimizing your customers' digital experience. More specifically, a CMS is a software application that allows users to collaborate in the creation, editing, and production of digital content, web pages, blog posts, etc. It helps you create, manage, and publish content on the web. It also helps keep content organized and accessible so it can be used and repurposed effectively. There are various kinds of content management systems available, from cloud-based to a headless CMS to meet every audience need. Headline, the title of an online or printed story. It is typically printed in large font and is used to grab the attention of the readers. As you can see in the example, the headline in this poster is the word "Burger for Everyone." Body cap focuses on explaining the details of your main idea and communicates the special features of your product or service. It is the primary text in your content or in an ad. In our example, the body in the poster is the description of the burger being advertised. Call to action. A short line of copy intended to convince a website visitor or customer to take a desired action. In this poster, a call to action here is the sentence,
Get a free Big Mac when you visit mcdonalds.com and register. Tagline. A tagline is a brief phrase used to relay a brand's value. Companies use this tagline in marketing campaigns to create a lasting impression on consumers. It is a phrase where a brand or companies are famous for. For example, McDonald's, which tagline is "Love ko to." E-chat or email marketing. Email marketing includes anything that's sent to a customer or prospect via email. In particular, e-chats help to attract new customers to your business. They also help to maintain effective, regular communications with your existing audience. Proven buyers are also appreciate being kept up to date with the latest products and promos. Studies show it costs 5 times more to acquire a new customer compared to retaining an existing customer. Keyword search optimization or SEO. Words or phrases which people search for in Google or Yahoo or Bing. As part of your SEO strategy, it is a good idea to have a list of keywords and phrases which appear within your website's content and metadata. In order to attract the search engines, your SEO keywords are the keywords and phrases in your web content that make it possible for people to find your site via search engines. Kicker. A second headline placed just above the main headline, which is used to create more impact. For example, in this poster, the kicker is the phrase, "Power your mouth." Pop-up adverts, internet marketing. Advertisements that appear in front of a content of a web page. A pop-up is a graphical user interface or GUI display area, usually a small window that suddenly appears or pops up in the foreground of the visual interface. The common example are pop-ups in YouTube videos. Promotional mix. A promotional mix is a combination of marketing methods including advertising, sales, public relations, and direct marketing to achieve a specific marketing goal. A promotion mix is the key method for delivering a relevant promotion message via the most suitable channel for each segment. Improves communication with clients. Companies develop a promotion mix trying to speak their consumers' language. If prepared correctly, it helps build trust between the brand and its customers. USP or unique selling proposition. It is the one thing that makes your business better than the competition. It has a specific benefit that makes your business stand out when compared to other businesses. An example of an effective unique selling proposition would be using phrases like new and improved or more advanced to emphasize the newness, superiority, or advancement in some aspect of your product over one or more competitors' products. Collateral. Traditionally, this term refers to printed material like brochures, leaflets, folders, business cards, and more. However, with the rise of digital marketing, it can also refer to websites, PDF, brochures, and other digital marketing assets. Anything you can use to communicate your company's brand message is considered marketing collateral.
Ad copywriting is the act of creating copy for advertisements such as display ads, flyers, posters, billboards, social medias, mobile ads, and so on. So what is copywriting? Copywriting is the art of writing that is creative and persuasive in order to market a certain product or concept. ADA, which stands for attention, interest, desire, and action, is one of the most classic but effective copywriting approaches. The length of your text is determined by the amount of space available on your creative, but in general, it should be quite brief, no more than a few words. It is the art of selecting the correct words and strategically arranging them to promote a company, product, service, idea, or a person. Copywriter's responsibility is to create a copy that is distinctive, catchy, imaginative, and memorable enough to persuade your target audience to interact with your brand. Since they are the ones who choose the right word or phrase to connect with the audience, copywriters are extremely important in the advertising industry. Copywriter's responsibility is not just about to market a product, to gain profit from it, or etc. One of the copywriter's responsibilities is to create something catchy that is pleasing to the eyes of everyone. Kailangan hindi lang catchy yung words na ginagamit dito, kailangan yung design and outlines din. So what is the objective or goal of copywriting? The primary goal of ad copy is to increase conversion rates, numbers of completed sales divided by the number of website visitors. This can be accomplished by providing content that highlights the product or service and its features in an easy to understand manner. Specific elements of effective advertising copy are: number 1, strong headings and titles. Dapat sa titles pa lang, sa headings pa lang ng isang writing copy, catchy na sa mga customers. And number 2, copywriting that appeals to the rational and emotional drivers of potential customers. And number 3, motivations for consumers to take action. 5 pointers to help you get started. Number 1, determine and use audience objectives. What is the purpose of a certain product or service for your target market? What advantages does having it bring to them? Finding these objectives and integrating them into the content ought to be the aim, or to put it in another way, they should reflect the reader's objectives. Number 2, use emotion to motivate people to take action. Most people buy things for a variety of reasons, each of which has an underlying emotion. Other emotions commonly utilized are happiness, sadness, anger, humor, disgust, or nostalgia. The ad copy should be written from the standpoint of a persona that's been created. And number 3, address any objections. While there are benefits to purchasing a good or service, customers frequently have drawbacks as well. Objections should be acknowledged and addressed in ad copywriting. Common objections include: number 1 is cost, number 2, your product service versus a competitor's, and number 3, any hassles involved. Number 4, emphasize the advantages. After you address the objections, it's equally important to state the benefits, what makes your product or service valuable, how will it make the customer's life better, why do they require it. And the last but not the least, number 5 is don't be afraid to use numbers, stats, and keywords. Proof is useful as it is with the most content. Here's where data and statistics comes into play. Don't be afraid to employ them when appropriate. You should also have top keywords and use them in your ad copy.
So now, we are going to talk about objectives of writing copy. Professionals use ad copy in the digital marketing space to encourage the viewers to take action by purchasing the product or service the ad is trying to sell. You can use ad copy to create a sense of urgency or emotional response in the potential buyer, and there are many tactics and techniques you can try to accomplish this goal. Marketing professionals may also use ad copy to improve their organization's engagement, profit, and conversion. So, ang objective ng paggawa ng isang advertisement ay para ma-promote ng isang business yung product or service na ino-offer nila. Sobrang laki ng impact nito sa mga businesses kasi mas may encourage nito yung mga potential buyers or yung mga customers nila na bumili sa kanila ng product or mag-avail ng services na ino-offer nila. May dalawang ways sa paggamit ng mga advertisement. Una is yung social media advertisement and yung pangalawa naman is traditional ad copy in print. Yung social media advertisement, ito yung mga advertisement na nakikita natin sa YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Yung sa traditional ad copy in print naman, ito yung sa mga brochures and magazines, mga ganon. Tapos, ang pinagkaiba nila is social media advertisement, mas accessible siya kasi sa panahon natin ngayon is almost lahat ng tao is gumagamit na ng technology. Sa traditional ad copy in print naman, mas nagtatagal siya. Kasi 'di ba sa mga social media, pag nakita natin yung ads, it's either makita natin to pag nanood tayo ulit or hindi na. Hindi katulad dito sa traditional ad copy in print. Pag kunyari may magazine tayo or brochure, pwede natin ilagay lang sa bahay, ganun. Tapos, once na gusto natin ulit makita is makikita natin siya. Next, we are going to talk about 6 reasons why print media is an important part of your marketing efforts. Number 1, print is tangible. Publications, brochures, posters, and other types of printed materials are physical items. These items can stay in offices or homes for months or even years after they are received. So yun, sabi sa definition, yung mga brochures, posters, and magazines, mga ganun, pwede siyang makita sa bahay natin or sa office. So, anytime na gusto nating mabasa or makita yung mga contents ng isang brochures, mga ganun, is pwede natin maggawin. Hindi katulad sa mga online advertisement. Minsan hindi natin agad-agad nahanap. Lalo na sa YouTube, ano lang yun, makikita mo lang yung advertisement bago mag-start yung kanta or video na gusto mong panoorin. Hindi katulad dito sa may mga brochures, mga magazines. Ayun lang talaga yung laman niya, yung mga products, mga services, mga ganun. The second one, print is credible. Like the feeling you get when you see the New York Times or your favorite magazine on the rack. There is something to be said about the feeling of legitimacy that comes from print. Yung mga printed advertisement, mas credible pa rin sila kaysa sa mga online advertisement. Kasi yung mga printed, yung mga posters, magazine, di ba ang kadalasan nagbibigay sa atin yan is yung mga promodizer. Ibig sabihin, mismong tao yung nagbibigay sa atin. So, mas mabilis kasing paniwalaan kapag nandyan mismo sa harap mo yung tao na nagpo-promote ng product. Hindi katulad kapag sa online lang. Yung iba sinasabi daw sobrang ganda ng sapatos na binibenta nila. Tapos pag umorder ka at dumating sa'yo, parehas kaliwa, mga ganun. So, mas maganda pa rin talaga yung mga mga printed advertisement. So, next, print establishes your brand. Marketers know the significance of having a well-recognized brand, and printed publications and other branded materials are an excellent way to establish your brand. It allows you to bring the aesthetic qualities of font, colors, images, and textures that helps to establish brand recognition. Yung mga brand na Avon at Natasha, mas tinakilig sila noon ng mga customers dahil sa marketing strategy nila, which is yung nagprint sila ng magazines and mga brochures kung saan nakikita doon kung ano ba yung mga products na binibenta nila. Meron doon yung mga pabango na binibenta nila, tapos kapag kiniskis mo yung kamay mo is maaamoy mo. Tapos doon sa mga brochure na yun, makikita natin na gumamit sila ng iba-ibang tema, ng iba-ibang font sa pagpapaganda ng itsura ng brochures, para mas lalong matangkilik yung mga tao na tumingin ng brochure nila, ganun. Tapos syempre, habang nagtitingin-tingin sila ng brochures or magazines, napapabili na rin sila. Kasi makikita din dun kung ano yung presyo, ganun. Tapos yung quality naman nila is maganda din naman, kaya marami talagang bumibili. Next, print helps you reach your target market. The design and placement of your company ads in publications, newspapers, and magazines can help you reach your target audience, whether it be a niche market or the general public. So, tulad lang din ng social media advertisement, yung mga printed advertisement is nakakatulong din para ma-reach natin yung mga target customers natin. Yung mga target customers, ito yung mga customers na una pa lang is balak na natin pagbentahan. For example, yung mga sapatos, yung product mo is sapatos, tapos ang target mong pagbentahan ng mga sapatos na yun is yung mga teenager. Ayun yung target market na sinasabi. So, yung mga brochures, mga magazines na kinakalat ng mga promodizers is nakakatulong siya para mahanap natin yung mga tao na yun or yung mga target nating pagbentahan. Next is, print is more engaging. Websites are often skimmed in as little as 15 seconds per visit. When a customer or prospect reads a printed material, they are more engaged for a longer period of time. Tulad ng sinabi ko kanina, yung mga online advertisement kasi may mga limit lang sila. Yung iba, lalo na sa YouTube, yung iba mababasa mo lang or makikita mo lang for 24 seconds, 15 seconds. Hindi katulad ng mga advertisement na printed. Yung mga magazines, mga brochures, mga physical items kasi sila. Kaya hanggat hawak mo yun or hanggat nandyan yan sa bahay nyo, sa office, mga ganon, pwede mo siyang basahin. And lastly, Less print is more for you. With more companies taking their marketing efforts online, the old has become new again, as print media becomes the new trend. But this isn't your parents' world of print media communications. Marketers have more information and data to make calculated decisions about content, consumption, consumers, and collateral types. Customers and prospects' email inboxes are overflowing with unsolicited ads and non-worthy news, most of which is largely ignored. Sa panahon natin ngayon is common na yung mga social media advertisement. Karamihan sa mga companies is sa social media na nagpo-post ng mga advertisement nila. And konti na lang yung mga businesses na gumagamit ng mga magazines, ng posters, ng mga brochures para i-promote yung product nila. Since may mga businesses pa rin naman na ang target customers ay mga matatanda, mas maganda pa rin na gumamit sila ng mga printed advertisement kasi hindi naman ganun karunong yung mga matatanda sa technologies ngayon. And also, yung mga social media advertisement tulad ng mga emails, mga ganun, is kadalasan lang din, ayun nga, sabi lang din sa definition na kadalasan nga is na-i-ignore lang. Katulad sa akin, yung email ko punong-puno ng mga Foodpanda, mga Lazada, pero hindi ko naman pinapansin.
Hi! Good day everyone! My name is Nelia Marie M. Amable at ang topic na i-discuss is creative arts. First, papaliwanag ko kung ano nga ba ang creative arts. In these situations, it may be considered problem-solving, out-of-the-box thinking, or creative strategy. Inilalarawan ng domain ng creative arts ang iba't ibang artistikong aktibidad na nagbibigay daan sa mga bata na gamitin ang kanilang mga imahinasyon, pagkamalikhain at pagpapahayag ng mga idea sa iba't ibang mga medium. Kasama sa domain na ito ang mga indicator para sa sayaw, drama at theater arts, musika at visual arts. Ang mga halimbawa ng artistikong pagkamalikhain ay marami, at halimbawa na rito ang sining ni Leonardo da Vinci at Michelangelo, ang panitika ni Shakespeare, ang musika ni Mozart. At narito naman ang mga ilan sa activity ng creative arts. Ano nga ba ang painting? Painting, the expressions of ideas and emotions with the creation of certain aesthetic qualities in a two-dimensional visual language. The elements of this language is shapes, lines, colors, tones, and textures are used in various ways to produce sensations of volume, space, movement, and light on a flat surface. Pagguhit ay isang anyo ng visual na sining kung saan ang isang mangguguhit ay gumagamit ng mga instrumento upang markahan ang papel o iba pang dalawang dimensional. Kasama sa mga instrumento sa pagguhit ang mga graphite na lapis, panulat at tinta. Iba't ibang uri ng pintura, mga brush na may tinta, mga lapis na may kulay, crayola, uling, oil pastel, pambura, marker, stylus at metal tulad ng silver point. The next one is printmaking. Ang printmaking ay isang masining na proseso batay sa prinsipyo ng paglilipat ng mga imahe mula sa isang matrix papunta sa another surface, kadalasang papel o tela kasama sa mga tradisyonal na diskarte sa isang printmaking, ang woodcut, engraving at lithography, habang pinalawak ng mga modernong artist ang mga available na technique upang isama ang screen printing. The next is play. Play is also developmentally important because it allows children to design a world uniquely for them and establish scenarios where they can be independent and in charge of their actions. Ang pag-aaral ng creative arts ay nagpapaunlad ng emosyonal na katalinuhan, kumpiyansa at katatagan, disiplina at pangako, mga kasanayan sa komunikasyon, pagkakalinlan at pag-aari, pagkamalikhain at mga kasanayan sa paglutas ng problema at koordinasyon. And they provide us with an outlet for expression and imagination. They also inspire other art forms such as architecture, music, and literature, and help preserve culture for future generations. Creating something new gives us a sense of accomplishment and joy.
Good day everyone, my name is Abby M. Dizon and I am here to tackle about visual advertising and visual focus. Businesses rely on sound marketing strategies to attract more customers and generate business. Pero hindi lahat ng advertisement or promotion ay nagsasucceed. Certain proven aspects of marketing can make a meaningful difference, and this includes visual advertising. Visual advertising is all about the meaning behind the images. Nakaka-communicate ka verbally ng information sa clients mo gamit lang ang power of picture na walang kahit na anong catchy phrases na nakasulat doon. So ano nga ba ang visual advertising? Visual advertising is the art of using pictures as visual cues that describe your business, whether you utilize static or moving images. Multimedia approaches to marketing drastically improve the success of a campaign. Mapapansin natin yung isang visual advertisement, apart from other forms, you see they use infographics, educational presentations, or even memes, diba? Sa panahon kasi ngayon, ginagamit na rin yung memes sa pagpapromote ng businesses nila. Yung paggamit kasi ng iba't ibang method or mixing mediums is nakakatulong sa business na makagrab ng customers' attention in a unique, memorable ways. Visual advertising relies on a few essential elements to get the message across. So what do pictures, videos, and infographics all have in common? They all use images or symbols instead of words to communicate key information. Every visual advertising strategy relies on meaningful, accurate, and story-driven images that help viewers better understand the business or brand. Images aren't all just pixels and prints. Bawat images is merong certain elements na nagka-create ng mood, tone, and situation sa kabuuan nito, and factors like color, focus, subjects, lighting, at marami pang iba na pinagsama-sama into a singular image that passers-by digest. Nagre-rely yung visual advertising on these qualities to promote your brand. The power of color psychology. Kapag nakakakita tayo ng isang billboard sign, ang una agad nating napapansin is yung kulay, fonts, phrases, and yung size. Visual advertising takes advantage of this subconscious processing to create a fuller picture for customers. And this topic will further explained by the next reporter. Binigyan ko lang kayo ng pahapyaw about sa topic na to. So next is visual advertising in practice. Ang isang business na gustong gumawa ng sarili nitong pangalan ay gagawin ng lahat ng kaya niyang gawin para lang makilala ng mga tao yung business nila. Ngayong naiintindihan mo na ang power of visual advertising, it's time to see how people use it. I-try mo yung way nila kung paano sila mag-promote, ano bang klaseng editor app yung ginagamit nila sa paggawa ng isang advertisement, paano ba nila ginagawa yung ganong kagandang advertisement na very eye-catchy and head-turner. You see na kaya mo rin palang gawin yon, o baka mas mahigitan mo pa yung kaya nilang gawin sa paggawa ng isang advertisement. How it affects the consumers. Tayo kasi, di ba, kapag nasa biyahe or naglalakad tayo, kapag sawa na tayo magpipindot sa cellphone natin ay nagsa-sightseeing na tayo sa paligid. Marami tayong nakikitang posters, ads, tarpaulins, pictures, and billboards, at marami pang iba. And napapaisip tayo sa mga nakikita natin na, ay may ganyan palang product, ay wow, may nagbukas pala na bagong tindahan malapit sa SM. Di ba, may nakukuha tayong information from doing sightseeing. And tumatatak sa isip natin yung kung ano mang nakalagay sa advertisement at yung ginawa nilang method ng pag-promote ng business nila. Branding and visuals. By doing visual advertising, matutulungan nito yung pangalan ng business mo or yung brand mo na tumatak sa isip ng tao. Brand awareness requires a combination of phrase crafting and symbol creation. You want your passerby to notice what you do through your business name and logo. For example, yung Sogo, 'di ba? So clean and so good. 'Di ba? Alam niyo na agad 'yun.
Kapag may isang taong nag-mention ng sirenang may dalawang buntot, tapos may suot na corona, tapos sinasabi nila na mali-mali yung spelling ng pangalan na nilalagay sa baso. Di ba alam agad natin na Starbucks yun kasi ganun daw yung ginagawa ng mga staff sa Starbucks. The way you demonstrate your brand to the public matters. So, spend time crafting the images and logos that describe your company. And by doing that, consumers can recognize your business out of sea of logos. For example, ulit yung Jollibee, diba? Kapag sinabi natin yung phrase na bida ang saya, o kaya yung fast food chain na may mascot na kulay red na bubuyog, alam agad natin na Jollibee yung tinutukoy. How to implement it in business? Magsa-start ka sa pag-iisip ng images na nag-a-associate sa yung product or service. Kung magpapatuyo ka ng isang bakery, dapat bang ilagay mong logo is batang masaya na may hawak ng cake? O kaya naman pangalan ng business mo na may rolling pin sa baba? Katulad ng kung anong business ang ipapatayo mo, dapat nag-a-associate yung business mo sa kung anong gusto ng customers. Dapat mo rin i-consider yung physical space kasi hindi mo naman pwedeng ilagay yung billboard sign sa tapat ng store mo. Pwedeng gumamit ka ng appealing ads na mag-encourage sa customers na bumili. Mag-set ka ng table sa labas ng store mo na may retail display, sign holders, and your updated price tag. And this can maximize your reach with customers once they are in your store. Visual focus. Yung visual focus, parang ito yung first step sa visual advertising. Dito ginagawa ng masinsinan yung mga bagay na maipapakita sa isang advertisement. Dito mangyayari yung kung paano nila papagandahin yung designs, lalagyan ng colors, images na related sa kung anumang product or service yung i-advertise. From the word itself, nakafocus siya sa visual, sa kung ano yung itsura ng nilalaman ng mismong advertisement. So, bago magkaroon ng visual advertising,
Psychological impact of color. Color has long been understood to be something which appeals greatly to our visual senses, and it is frequently a tool utilized in marketing. Different colors have different psychological effects on consumers. So, let us now learn how colors influence people. The color red. It is most directly linked with a sense of urgency and power. It stands out. It's bold, and most importantly, it grabs the viewer's attention. That's why red often coincides with sales and promotion. Red symbolizes passion. It evokes energy and increases the heart rate. You might have noticed that some brands use red for order now buttons or for their packaging as a way to stand out on the shelf. It's also common for media outlets to use red letters when there's a breaking news story that they want their audience to read or view right away. Red conveys act now. That's also why call to action or CTA buttons are often red. Blue, the preferred color for men. Blue is used to capture the feeling of calmness and tranquility. It creates a feeling of trust and security for shoppers. As opposed to red, blue calms people down and eases anxiety. It is associated with the companies that need to exude confidence and reliance. If your objective is establishing a long-term relationships with customer that is more contingent on trust and high quality, a blue for you. A blue shows that your brand is professional and logical, but not invasive. It can create a sense of security and trust in your company. Green, affiliated with nature, peaceful and growth. Green is often used when companies want to emit a welcoming, warm feeling. When used in stores, it used to attract kind, friendly customers. Companies that use green marketing are those that highlight the environmental benefits for their products or services. Among the companies that are known for the best examples of green marketing are Patagonia, Starbucks, Nike, IKEA, and Timberland. Yellow. Yellow is a double-edged sword. If used in the right balance, yellow can create a feeling of cheerfulness. If used too much, it creates sensations of anxiety and uneasiness. Used to direct the viewer's attention and primarily to attract impulse buyers and window shoppers, yellow seems to appeal to the kid. Used to direct the viewer's attention and primarily to attract impulse buyers and window shoppers. Yellow seems to appeal to the kid in us. and is associated with feelings of cheerfulness, originality, and warmth, suggesting that companies offering pleasurable, fast, accessible products or services may benefit from using yellow in their branding. A yellow also frequently affects appetite. Black. Black has a wide range of versatility. It can be used to set a modern exciting tone or be applied for a more classic, even-tempered setting. It provokes a feeling of luxury and class. It's intimidating. It dominates the high-end market with subtle yet significant clues. When used properly, black can be extremely efficient. Black is the third most used color in logos these days, and it adds a sense of elegance and grace to the brand. A symbol of elegance and affluence, black logos work well for companies like Gucci, Prada, Chanel, Michael Kors, Coach, Cartier, and Adidas. So, that's all for today. I hope you learned a lot from our group. Thank you!